Oh, oh, an hoop, a gop in one's hoop. Hello and welcome to another edition of the Stench of Truth. One of my viewers asked for a tour of my tats, so I'll give you a tour of my tats today. First one, this is the first one I got, and that is the Eye of Horus. And for those of you who know Egyptian mythology and Egyptian history, Horus is the son of Osiris and Isis, and he was magically conceived when Isis gathered up the various parts of Osiris that had been dismembered by his brother Set. And the various portions of Osiris, there were 14 of them, were scattered around the world, and Isis went and collected all of them and put him back together and magically brought him back to life. She was unable to find his phallus, and she had one magically made for him. It was after this that Horus was conceived. Horus came to represent the god of the sky, was one of the chief deities in later Egyptian history. Of course, Osiris is always seen to be the father of the gods, and that is the character that the pharaoh most closely represented as a god on earth. The second tattoo that I got is this one here, and I'm sure all of you will know that one. That, of course, is the Ankh, known as the crux ansata, and the looped cross. And it is a very ancient symbol in ancient Egypt, and it is commonly used as an amulet for good luck and for long life, as is the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus came to represent a separate entity from Horus himself, because when Horus was born, he later came to be an enemy of Set. And in their battles, one in particular, Horus lost his eye, which parallels Odin's loss of his eye, which though was willing, which he gave to the all-seeing well, to have all knowledge given to him. In this case, Horus lost his eye in battle with Set. In later times, the eye came to have its own life, and often could be seen acting independently of Horus himself. So the Eye of Horus was often used as an amulet for good luck and protection, much the same way as the Ankh, or the crux ansata, was used as an amulet for longevity, immortality, and luck as well. The next tat that I got was this one right here, and that is the winged sun disk, which popularly appears in Egyptian history and in Egyptian hieroglyphics and art as the sun, winged. And the sun features prominently in Egyptian religion and history, and in most of the paintings and depictions of the sun, it is shown winged, indicating its nature as flying through the sky. And that is a very popular symbol, and it is also one which represents both life and vitality. The next tat that I received was this one. And this, of course, is Horus. And he, as I said before, is the son of Isis and Osiris, and the deadly enemy of Set. He's a god of many things. He represents probably the best example of an Egyptian Christ figure, because he was conceived in a magical fashion. I mean, let's face it, Osiris had been dead, and while he was reborn and put back together, Horus was conceived using a magical phallus that was constructed for him because his had been lost and not recovered by Isis.